Hello everybody, this is Nuoance, and today I'll be talking about my personal VRChat pet peeves. Now, in case you don't know what some of these words mean, personal means belonging to a particular person rather than anyone else, and pet peeve is something that a particular person finds especially annoying. That may sound a little aggressive, but I already know that this video is gonna rally some hate. I am not your mother, nor am I God. My word is not law, and my opinion is not the only one out there. So if you have your reasons for doing something on this list, don't let my opinion stop you. I want to make sure this is crystal clear before I get started, because while I do love hearing everyone's opinions on my videos, these are things that I will not budge on finding annoying, and no level of argument from you is going to change that. I get enough of it already. Just like I have to respect your tastes, you have to respect mine. I'm also not going to talk about things that really shouldn't be in the game anyways, like crashers, clients, etc., because that's too easy to pad the list out. These are all habits that I've witnessed in-game without any modded needed. With that, let's get on to the video. First up is what I find probably the least annoying on this list, because it happens not often enough for me to get pissed off about it. And that's acting like you're high and mighty because of people you know in VRChat. Most players know of the World Drinking Night, and with it comes a group called Dysfunctional Family. This is actually one of my group of friends that I hold near and dear, and we have our own stories of people pretending to be friends with the creator of Drinking Night, who is Raksha. And it's just sad. Nothing in my opinion is more pathetic than faking a friendship, and then to brag about it? Yikes. I've said it for as long as I've learned that people actually do this, but what do you get for lying about something like that? Do these people think that devs are gonna just slide on their knees and kiss at your feet? That the whole world will fall over at your sheer awesomeness for touching the same earth as the Raksha from Dysfunctional They're not gonna get anything from it, besides maybe oh, cool. I understand how hard it must feel to fit in sometimes when you don't think you have anything of interest to add, but I can promise the embarrassment that someone gets when trying to brag about being friends with someone else is 100 times worse when an actual friend calls you out. This has happened quite a few times. I've experienced it maybe 3 times at most, but I know also other members have experienced it a lot more because they like to go to public worlds and talk to people. Now this person is not just some random dude who bragged about meeting someone in a game. They're also a dude who faked meeting someone in a game. You aren't gonna get a job by saying you know some chick from VRChat. It means absolutely nothing. And this doesn't just happen with Dysfunctional Family, it happens with literally any group, no matter how big or small. I'm using Dysfunctional Family as an example, since those are my personal experiences. I'd also like to finish this off with a revelation. Dysfunctional Family is not some super secret power team. It started out as a group of friends, and one of them decided to make a world. That world ended up hitting off really well, and then people thought it was some kind of secret gathering of players, when in reality it was just a bunch of idiots who wanted to drink together and have fun. We are proud of each other, because we're pretty damn close. These people have been here for me when I've been at my worst, and listened to my woes, and supported me late at night when I felt like I was completely alone. And vice versa. To act like that's nothing more than a power trip high-class gang is insulting. I like to joke around with them that they're a part of the Dysfunctional Family, but never for a minute would I brag about my connection to them as a way to get more popular. I would throw away being in the group in a millisecond if that's what was needed to keep my bonds with them alive, because these are people who I love and they love me back. So yeah, if you lie about being part of a group my friends made to try and use their hard work on a drinking world as a step up some magical ladder of popularity for a game that's not gonna matter 10 years in the future, I will absolutely end that. And I know quite a few others who would do the same. Please do not test me. Connected to this pet peeve is also people who brag about being in a group as if it means they're more important than you are. Being proud of a group or project that you participated isn't one thing, but using that pride to bring others down is wrong and sick. You never know, firstly, who you're talking to, and could be shooting yourself in the foot if you really are some kind of social status addict. Plus, everyone already sees these kinds of people as jerks, and they never want to make friendships with them unless they're really easily impressionable. Next up on the list has to deal with sounds. We're going back to Call of Duty, where you're just trying to play the game and suddenly that god-awful bass-boosted ear destroyer takes over and you can't concentrate and miss that winning shot. I hate when people play their music through the mic. I get very easily overstimulated, and this, along with eating or singing in your mic, instantly sets me up for aggression. Now, the single exception to this is when people are trying to play their music for a reason, or sing for a reason, like to dance or some other form of performance. When it's a controlled area where I know the music is going to be played, I don't mind. I just wanted to throw that out there before the dancers go after my throat. This particular pet peeve is not just in VRChat, but in gaming in general, and I get a lot of crap for it constantly. One girl that I thought we were friends legitimately told me to my face, not once, not twice, but 3 times, that we could not vibe anymore because I don't like singing. And my response to that is, if you're going to be so aggressive about me not liking singing and not respecting it, then I don't want your friendship. Because at the end of the day, with my pet peeves, I find ways to deal with them. If I see you lying, I'll call you out. If I hear you singing, I'll turn you down or mute you. All of my friends know. If I hear them sing, I let them know, hey, no offense, I'm gonna walk away or I'm gonna go do something else because I don't like singing. And if I have nothing else to do, I will just mute them and let them know. It's not that hard. Y'all gotta understand that just because you like your music doesn't mean it's good to me or anybody else. And it's always the same crappy songs that play or meme music. On top of that, why is it that every time I mute one of them, it's like I committed murder? How dare I dislike their music that they're blasting into my eardrums at the loudest setting? VRChat did me a godsend by giving us personal audio levels, because it has saved my poor little ears from torture. I hate making waves, and realistically, if they want to enjoy their music, then fine, and that goes for singing as well. I know firsthand how it feels to be mocked for something you like, and I don't want to be that person to make you feel like you aren't good enough. I just really hate singing, especially when someone is singing a song I like. I want death. I can't wait. This is gonna bite me in the butt. It already does with my friend group, so let's just do it to my YouTube career as well. But when I see somebody singing to themselves to music that we can't hear, you know what I see? I see it as that one scene from A Christmas Story where he's writing an essay that he thinks is gonna be so good. The teacher's gonna be like, A+++++ on the wall dramatically, just because his essay is about wanting a toy gun, and it's just that amazing. And I know that's wrong, trust me. There are things I do because I can't control it, like my cough, or because I just enjoy it so much. People can sing just to sing, I'm not saying that, but I'm no fun Nuoance, and I'm sorry. It's just really annoying for me. And eating in your mic, nobody likes that. Mute yourself. I get it, sometimes you forget. I did that a few nights ago, but don't get offended if someone mutes you or asks you to mute yourself. It's just common courtesy.
Peanuts!
Hey, baby girl. You looking for a dance?
No.
Oh shit, is that Rackshaw?
Third is such a small detail, but it's just the dumbest thing since somebody pointed it out. Why is it that every dude who uses pretty much the same 5 male avatars always have to play space above the person they're talking to? I really don't get it. Like, do 2 guys who just do this just keep going up? Where do you draw the line? Like, I just met you, dude. I'm not interested, and it's not attractive in the slightest. Unless they're on the hunt for an easy meal, your little stunt will make us feel like you have no idea what personal space is, as well as a shirt 60% of the time. This also goes the other way around for women, too. Even since before Lady Dom Dom was seen in Resident Evil, there was a heavy fascination with large, powerful women. And I mean, I won't disagree. Women who know how to get what they want can be super attractive. But at least for me, I can also tell when someone is actually in control and when someone is acting for the effect. It doesn't work. I'm sorry. Runner-up for the most annoying habit is people who are antagonistic for fun. Ugh, they are a special level of pathetic. I bet you I'll meet some of them because of this video. We know them as trolls. They're everywhere. Trolls, if you don't know somehow, are people who purposely say or do things to make everyone else angry or uncomfortable and feed off this negative energy. It's usually because they're unhappy at home and have never felt real love from another living creature minus the sock under the bed, but I digress. I've always been public about my distaste on public worlds, and it's like VRChat gets worse, and my friends decide now is the best time to hang out in public instances only. Sure, you can meet a few diamonds in the rough, but more often than not, you're stuck with a good chunk of public worlds that are just bad. And it just sucks, because how many people who would have been legitimately interesting to meet and befriend have I lost just because their first experience of the game was some jerk who spammed a shader that flipped everyone's screens? See, trolls feed off interaction, and that includes blocking. I just saw a video somewhere a few weeks ago about a guy making a tutorial on how to get blocked in 5 seconds or less. All he did was walk up to a girl, got right in her space, and started breathing heavily in her ear. And to him, that was apparently hilarious. I don't know why. Poor dude must have never heard a good joke in his life, but that's besides the point. VRChat is a social game, and there are a lot of people on the internet who think that just because nobody knows who they are, they can act like they want. I'm gonna drop a real hard truth bomb on you if you're one of these people. That other side that you show, the one online when no one knows who you are, that is who you really are. Take a moment to reflect on that. I'm not here today to be a motivational speaker. I've had plenty of encounters with trolls on this game, and frankly, I'm tired of it. Is it gonna end? No. But I have one method that seems to work almost 100% of the time. Ignore them. Pretend they don't exist if you can, and just continue talking. Hide all of their stuff, but don't block them. Have your friends do the same. These people want attention. They feed off of it, so give them nothing. Remind them that they are absolutely nothing when they act like animals. That no one will accept them for treating others with disrespect, for laughs from people who need to revisit knock-knock jokes. Finally, we get to what I think is the most annoying trait online. The thing that makes me dislike your entire existence and never want to show you anything I create. People who feel like their opinion needs to be heard when nobody asked you. I'm a content creator, and I love making worlds and avatars on this game. I feed off the energy that people have enjoying the things that I made. An unrelated story, but when I created Spirits O' Pumpkin, I was at my peak, just seeing people interact with the world, having fun, making friends and memories alike. It warmed my soul. But nothing could have prepared me for the time when I went to an instance once that had maybe 10 people in it. Most were somewhere else on the map, but they quickly left, leaving me and 2 other players, both desktop users. I didn't speak to them, but instead when the map was popular, I used to make rounds to see if anybody had anything they wanted to see in future maps or fixed in this one. Getting that live feedback was amazing and helped me make the world even better than expected. But when I went over, I heard them playing one of my games called Storytime. Honestly, it was just a game that I wasn't sure people would have enjoyed, because when I tested it with my friends, I could tell they weren't interested. They just wanted drinking games, and Storytime wasn't meant for drinking. It was meant to make new friends and connections, like what I've always wanted to do. These 2 desktop users were the first players I saw use the game how it was intended, to bond and make new friendships. I love games where you get to learn about each other, and I thought this would have been an amazing one to have as a warm-up to get to know strangers in a public world. It's a very simple design. You just click on the button, it brings up a prompt. You then talk about the first story that came to mind because of that prompt. It's nothing special, which is why nobody had really any interest in it. But these 2 were laughing and legitimately having an amazing time. It still sticks with me, and this is what fuels my passion to make even better worlds for people to enjoy. But even though that world had a lot of good, there was also some bad that came with. Unprompted tips on what I should have done. Mocking my style choice. Just being critical to the point where it was just shy of trash-talking my work was constant. I had friends who are way better than me with both worlds and avatars, and I look up to them for help and guidance. But people who feel the need to point out minor clipping on an avatar or a scene being shown in the world are rude. There is a huge difference between being asked for help and advice and just dumping all over someone's work because you know more than them. There is a huge rule of thumb in life, and I recommend everyone to use it to their advantage. If it cannot be fixed right then and there in 5 seconds or less, don't mention it. Same goes for worlds and avatars. Making someone feel bad for something that they made is what got me to give up on dancing, singing, and art. And I'm older now and stronger, so these comments don't make me want to quit, but they can still hurt. I also want to add that there is a huge difference between letting someone know their world or avatar is broken compared to a minor thing that isn't going to affect the final product. There's also a good way to notify the creator of methods just to be more clean or efficient with their work. A great example is avatar culling. Not everyone knows that if you have items on your model that can toggle on and off, there's a way to make it possible that these items don't just poof away if someone looks at you in an odd angle, or if there's culling around you and you two are in different culling areas. I see it often, and I try to let my friends know at appropriate times if they want to learn how. I'd be happy to show them. And if they don't, then whatever, it's their model. This isn't a tutorial video, so I'm not gonna go super deep on how to be nice to people, but I just wanted to bring that up. Back to the rant though. I will actually break someone's legs if they look at someone's world or avatar just to tear it down. Sure, most of these people may know what they're talking about, and you want to learn all you can to make better content for whatever you're doing, but I've had a few times where I've dug my heels in out of pure stubborn pride and never made a change that they brought up. If they were annoyed enough to tell me about something I, a non-professional, doing for free, made for myself, then they're gonna be extra annoyed seeing that I've now made it my mission to never fix it. It's like doing the dishes. You're going home, your parents are out, and you decide to go clean the house. You start doing the dishes. As you're doing the dishes, your mom or dad comes in and they're like, hey, do the dishes. You know what you don't want to do now? The dishes. Exact same thing. There's also a whole mess of intent and personal style to take into account as well, which adds to the problem that maybe what bothers them is not something they're into, while the person who made it is. Just to wrap this up though, if you do any of these things, then whatever. I'm not gonna argue your validity to do what you want. Let me know in the comments what you personally think is the most annoying thing that's done in VRChat. And as usual, drink your water, eat your broccoli, and have a fantastic day. See y'all in the next video.